Here we go. Boom. Oh, is that really a million? A million roses? Amazing. That's amazing. We're rather impressed. Such a pointless exercise. Well, thank you for doing it. We're so pleased. Yes, let's go home now.
You did it.
Thank you, Mari. Look at this! Look at this! It's 9:27. 1 million roses! Hello! Why was that musical?
Elusivities is here. Good
Why
to
did I
see
just
you.
auto-tune my own voice? I need to do backspin if I'm doing this. I got distracted by the golf cart! I screwed that up because I thought I was going to get hit by a golf cart.
Starry_boy has snacks.
I'm glad this
Right.
guy has no
You brought me
peripheral
some
vision
too.
whatsoever.
Right?
What? What? How the hell?
Yo. Tiger eats everything. How you doing?
My god.
Don't look now, but Snowmeth just arrived. They're kind of a big deal.
My god. Learned that white strawberries exist. Now Daisy, female. Daisy's name in Japan is Horumon, apparently. A second cousin who is a cow through and through. Their running speed is the same as whether on 2 or 4 legs. I'm glad they don't have the old description for Daisy. For those who don't know, Daisy's feet squirt milk when she runs. I just think this is important for y'all to
Tomorrow
know.
100 has snacks.
8,
Right?
7,
You brought me some too.
6, 5,
Right?
4, 3, 2, 1. All right, here we go. Boom. Oh, is that really a million? A million roses? Amazing. That's amazing. We're rather impressed. Such a pointless exercise. Well, thank you for doing it. We're so pleased. Yes, let's go home now.
You did it.
Thank you, Mari. Look at this! Look at this! It's 9:27. 1 million roses! Hello! Why was that musical? Why did I just auto-tune my own voice? I need to do backspin if I'm doing this. I got distracted by the golf cart! I screwed that up because I thought I was going to get hit by a golf cart. I'm glad this guy has no peripheral vision whatsoever. What? What? How the hell? My god. My god. Learned that white strawberries exist. Now Daisy, female. Daisy's name in Japan is Horumon, apparently. A second cousin who is a cow through and through. Their running speed is the same as whether on 2 or 4 legs. I'm glad they don't have the old description for Daisy. For those who don't know, Daisy's feet squirt milk when she runs. I just think this is important for y'all to know.
I'm tired of sitting around. Hello, Elusive. Hello, Bui. Hello, Taiga. Hello, Snow. Hello, Amoru. BB is here, aren't you, buddy? Ow. You want to say hi, BB? No, you're gonna be quiet today. You are very handsome. Yes, you are. BB has gotten in the habit of learning when I'm about to go live so he can sit on the desk. But hello! A lot of you may not be aware, but we did some serious work last night. Look at this. You know, I'm gonna go back outside. And go over here. I'm gonna stand back here. We're just gonna go. Oh, look. Oh, there's a building here.
Special?
So we did a lot of work on this building yesterday. Getting these archways to feel right, all of that stuff. It's all slowly getting there. I'm really pleased with it so far. I had changed some desktop settings, and I'm regretting that I changed them. So this may lead to some frame loss, and I do apologize. But I need to change the refresh rate of my monitor. And I know that sounds annoying, and it is. And I did it before stream, and I regret doing it, so just give me a second. We are going to lose some frames for a second. I'm sorry. Okay. It's done. It's over. It's fixed. What do you mean you lost no... there it goes. I was going to say, it said it lost no frames. We lost 26 frames. It's fine. Okay. I was changing stuff, hoping it would work. Where's my music? Hello? My music stopped. You good? There we go. Hey, Swigu, how's it going? All right. So yeah, this is what I was working on. I'm much happier with the side of this now that we've got some windows here. Yeah, Neopets the Darkest Fairy is a very nostalgic game for me. I will be playing more of that soon. I'm trying to get myself in some sort of pattern when I with my streams, and I can't quite figure out what I want that pattern to be, but I'll get there. Okay, so that one's gonna go down, then up, and then over here we were working on this one, this path here, and this one goes this way and curves. I need to figure out exactly what the curve is that I want to do, but we will just do this for now. Yeah, I had an entire because I didn't have my own money at the time it came out. I remember being gifted an entire TCG box of Neopets. Like, buying the cardboard holder and everything at one point. I appreciate that, Arky. Hi, Clue. Okay. So, this is what we were working on. We've got... I'm just trying to figure out this exact, like, path curve. And it doesn't have to be perfect here. I'm going to be adjusting whatever. But we will do this bit. Okay. So if we go there, we look, we've got the path going up this way. This feels about right, honestly, for the kind of slope I want to put on it, so that's good. But yeah, basically we worked on adding these awnings to make this wall a little less flat. I think the materials are going to matter a lot for making this not feel too flat here, but we'll get there. Hey, input. But we're getting the shape of the building. It's really starting to feel fleshed out, in my opinion. Like, I'm very happy with these shapes. I'm a little iffy on this spot. I'm never too big of a fan of windows going up against floors, but I think we can make it work. Over here, this is nice and low. We are going to have to modify some of it. Let's push this back a little bit. Just get rid of the dirt. Because that dirt will not be there in the final draft. Light that back up, and I don't think this is fully lit. Is it? Is it? Hey, it is. Cool. But yes, we worked on this a bit last night, trying to get this to really feel proper. And we did a lot of shaping. Like, we moved these back a little bit and then added a curve to it, which I think feels a lot better, like pushing that balcony out more. We were running into an issue where the front of it felt very flat, right? So adding a little more out here while that goes back created a bit more depth. And then let's go inside so you can see the progress we did there. The general entrance view is this. This spot and this spot is going to need some work, and I haven't exactly figured out what I'm going to be doing there. Probably doing some form of arch off of this. I've fallen. Probably do some form of arch. I think a small one here would be good, but I don't know specifically for here. This is kind of a weird spot. But this area is very flat, so this area definitely needs something. So we'll have to sort that out. A small arch would work really well if the window lined up for it, but it doesn't. So this is going to be a hard spot to work with. Is all I got right now. I'm not certain what to do here. Like, I keep looking at it. It's like, what would I do? How would I make this feel like more of a thing? Because flat faces aren't ideal. But we worked on that. We've got our balcony area up there, which looks nice. I might flip these two in as well. Honestly, realizing I can do that, I think was a good step last night. So grab that one. Swap you over. So if we just go around back this way, go up here. I don't think I've added the door. Oh, no, there's the door. We'll go here. We're just going to place that one there and that one there. And then if we go look again, go all the way down here. Whoop. Yeah, that adds a more interesting shape. Now, obviously, the final one, we can probably add a little more depth. We'll push this out a little bit on both sides to give it more of a curve, have it come out from the wall. But that gives us a lot more texture as well. Go over here. We've got these. This will be a window, not a gap like that. So you'd come out here. You get a whole area over here to stand. Balconies up there. That feels good to me. This will be sealed off as well. We added in these rafters. I love these rafters. I think these rafters are honestly going to be a big part of a lot of my builds going forward. We added them over here as well. They just add that little bit there that just like makes that feel so much more three-dimensional. You can go up here. These lead to rooms. Not all these will be accessible. This one will be. You can go up here. Look out. Can't actually see down there. For the actual room, I might, just for the sake of being able to see out, I might do shelves there as well. Not certain. But yeah, we did all this last night, so I'm feeling really pleased with that. This goes around, giant window here. Go over here. This leads to the balcony that we saw before. Gives a very good view of both directions. Can also look inside and see considerably into the building. Back over here. Around this gives us a balcony here. Hey, Gold! Gives a balcony on this side. I'm going to jump down here. This would go up the stairs from the side. Leads you up here. Leads you to a little split staircase. You can go here, here. And then we get a little window through, all the way through the building. Go off to the side. Don't know what's going to go on these sides specifically, but one of these sides is going to have a library. And we'll be doing a lot of detailing with that. Why do I have a stack of dirt? We'll do a lot of detailing with a library on the one side, and then the other side will be some sort of, probably a lounge kind of area. But yeah. No, we did a lot of work getting this sorted. Still not certain on the roof shape. My brain really wants to figure out what to do here for this area. Taking a drink really quick. Hi, BB. Hi. Um. Yeah, baby. Yeah. We could take this angle here. I mean, design-wise, I feel like I should probably. We'll do this first. So we're gonna slowly step up that way. And we're gonna do this side, and we're gonna do the same. Just to carry this shape all the way through. Because we mainly need to see it from the other side. That goes there, that goes there. I don't believe I can reach that bottom one. No. Bottom one's going to be a little hard to reach. It's fine. Go there, there, and there. Can I, from here, do that one? I don't think I can. No, because I'm going to be facing too far to the right, so I have to go like here. The reason I went out that far is so I could get both sides. No! See, this is what I was afraid of. There we go. So that gives us the shape that's going to go across. We will have a support for the roof. Now, this is where my brain questions things. I would be removing a good chunk of the roof visually if I move this in one more. But the reason I would do that is because we've got a window here, which means it's not going to be a full block, but I would be halfway into it. So it's kind of a question of where it goes. I think I'm going to keep it like this. No. God, making that even narrower doesn't sit well with me. Like, this is already fairly narrow. I think we'll be fine because the window should be in the middle of this, not further back. So I'm going to leave it. As for here, I think what I want to do, I'm going to go and place that. No. I need you. So we're going to go there, 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 there. And I think this will do what I want. There, 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 there. It's really it's the smoothest way we can do that. I could add like one more on these. That almost feels like too much though. So I'll go there. Now, do that on that side. Hey, data. Data, data, data. No! Go there. Go around to the other side. Go there. And I'll put it on the back as well. Yeah, that helps with the curve. Obviously, like, using these isn't going to be perfect. I'll probably armor stand replace them. What are we dotting me for? We go there. Got our shapes. No. It does in fact stand for just kidding. If I do that... Oh, I do like that. It makes them seem very... very serious. I mean, that would have been very... That would have been a good kind of reference to do. Like, I'm not going to fault the thought process there. But I did have the name before I was using the Jackrabbit VTuber. So... That could cause issues if that were the case. Let's see. There, and there. Go back to the courtyard. Yay, server restart. I managed to time those perfectly to restart exactly when I don't want them to. It's like, oh, you're live? Have one. Like, To be fair, it was better before the time changes happened. And then the time changes happened and it kind of hit me on all of them. There we go. Go over here. There we go. Brr, brr, brr. Oh, that also helps fill this issue that I was running into for now, aesthetically. Like, I couldn't see that kind of bulk to it. But yeah, it feels like much, they feel like much more serious railings when I go this way. Kind of like when people use anvils for them. And then I think we keep them thin outside. But like when people use anvils for railings, right? There's a heft to them. Anvils make interesting railings, but I'm not too big on them myself, but they do definitely work for it, right? Yeah, I like this shape a bit more. This feels actually supportive. These walls are a bit of an issue. Like, I can acknowledge that these walls do not have a lot of detail on them. I think some form of texturing will do a lot. Almost like, I almost want to go... like that. Yeah, that's all it needed. That is... That little strip there. And I think I need to do it along there as well, because that's where the window's going to be. So let's go up there. Up the stairs, up the stairs. Oh, wrong stairs. Up these stairs. Do 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 do. Gotta go up this. Okay, so I want... I like the look of the. I've realized, like, I think my favorite railing, even though they're very thick, is going to be these two next to each other, like back to back on it. But we're just mainly doing this for depth. These may not even be the blocks I use for it in the end, but this gets the idea of the shape going here. There are, for what it's worth, there are data packs that allow players to climb fences. Which could work for a bit of that. Do. Yeah, I want to do bookshelves here to create some... Probably like starting here. Do bookshelves to create kind of a library. I think that'll work really well. I don't think I have... Well, I've got plenty of leather. Server's going to reboot in a second, so I'm kind of not rushing. We need to make a room up here. We got to figure out how we're getting up there. Which, I mean, obviously we can do stairs here, but I need to figure out the stairwell positioning. Server's going to reboot in a second. But that'll go here. Do-do-do-do. There it goes. I was waiting for it. I knew it was coming. Hey, Sharon. How's it going? Let us go Katamari. I don't mean to change my music whenever I like start a new thing. For anybody who's noticed that, basically what's happening is I'm choosing the album and then hitting shuffle, and when I hit shuffle, it decides to relocate the one I'm already on. It's really annoying. Like, no, I was good with the song I was listening to, thank you. Just wanted to shuffle the future ones, but nope. Okay. I feel that, Sharon. I feel that. Well, I hope I can provide the vibes you are after. There we go. And then wall. There, okay. I'm leaving that empty because what might happen here, because I need to... It probably won't happen here, but I want to do a nice staircase, and depending on how it lines up for this floor here, it might be in my best interest to leave that a little bit there. Dun 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 dun. Okay. Here's that. Do. Okay. Yeah, we need to get these floors just built in and done with, so... I don't think I did the one. No, I didn't. Right there. So we go there. Because I need to know where that little bit is. Okay. So there. I also should work on mirroring the side that is there already. Because I am missing some of the walls. Do. Okay. Now I gotta double check that if I place these here, I gotta double check that this is walkable. It is, but it does get very crowded right here for what we've been dealing with. So I think we want to keep that up and that up. So that's 2 of them. We'll do that. What are we dealing with over here? So it's that platform and then door. Let's go over here, grab our... That's not a door. Grab a door. Is that where I have it? In the direction? Yes. Okay. Need to get rid of that one, that one. Do that. There we go. And you go there. There. There, there. Do the same there and there. Okay. It's really interesting right here that it is not... Okay, so it is 2 down from the ceiling. Well, 2.5 down from the ceiling. That's there and there. We go there and there. That one goes there. Yes. Just try to make sure this is symmetrical. Like, symmetry matters here. Yeah, okay. Okay, that all feels correct now. These rooms don't entirely matter. And you can see, like, I didn't do it over there either. It's not a priority thing for me to have that right. But this was... That's case consistent. We end up here. We got this area. Now we need to figure out our stairs to get up to here. Now this is meant to be... This is where I try to lean towards asymmetry more, because this is something that you're generally not going to notice being entirely different, but you want it to be different. So our window for the 1 is there. I'm going to go like this to make this into a much larger floor. We'll also have a bit of a room over here. I don't know where the door would be. If I were to put a door in here, where would I want the door? I feel like I'd want it centered based on this window. 1, 2, 3, 4. It looks like we're doing a double door. If we do it centered, it would end up there. Well, it's not actually centered based on the window. Looking at that, the window is over 1, so we're going to go here. So there'll be a door there. Hinge on that side. Yep, there we go. Yeah. That gives us a room that we wouldn't normally have. That gives us a bit of asymmetry, because I'm going to do stairs, I think, on this side. And this is going to be more of an open spot. So that is 4 up, so we're going to need at least 4 back. And I want it 2 wide. 2 wide would be there. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Will be right here. Go there, go there. Go there. Go there. Go there. Perfect. So we do a staircase like that. That gives us a landing that would line up here. Yeah, I feel good doing it at this height, right? Because then we can still do a longer area like this. Give us a good landing to look out over things. We can continue the library section on this side of this area as well to really just fully utilize the space while giving us a good section to work with. Now, I am probably going to create void space in doing this, which is going to be, which is always interesting to work with. Void space to me is like just untouched area in a build where there's no actual access to it. And we're probably going to see it above the stairs over there. My house actually has a void space in it where an old closet was that was sealed off because the door placement was really bad. So there's just an untouched, like, inaccessible area. But, like, you can see here, though, like, if we're going up this, I wouldn't want, like, I mean, we could put, because the angle here, probably want to go here and then angle it. So we would go there, and there, and there to carry the stairwell shape. But at the same time, I think if I go here and we take these, and we go there, I'd rather have that, because that feels more like the way I would see the space utilized. So we go there. We do end up with an odd spacing here, though. Can I make this interesting? I'm going to go there, do this. We're going to place stairs here. And stairs here. You know what? That works. I do realize I went back on what I did, but I think the shape is nice having that little bit there, and I wanted to carry it. So that is one over, which would be right here. That's a shovel. Bum 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 dan 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 da da dun 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 dun. All right, there and there. Let's check our lighting. Are we still actually lit? We are. Oh, that's what we love to see. Dark lighting always makes me happy. Okay. Now, over here, what we've ended up doing, though, is we've created kind of this spot, and this is where I was talking about a void space is going to occur, which would just be right here. It's not the end of the world, but it is a bit of a thing to run into. Now, I think given the way the void space is, it's probably better to just go like this. Do that. Place a torch here. And we're just going to seal it up. We may need to worry about the way it's lit later. Because lighting can get a bit weird when you start doing stuff like this, but I don't want to deal with this, is kind of the thing. Now, I guess I shouldn't fully seal that off. I could do this, and we could have like a shelving area right here, which would work quite well. Can't go there, though. So we would be restricted to this shape. I don't know. We'll leave it flat for now. We'll detail it later if we need to, because we could do shelving either way. You'll go like that, and then we've got this room over here. actually. Because this room is kind of a different need given the, or a different beast given the shape there. Now this area is definitely spawnable. Yep. We're just going to place that in the corner. Go there. End up with a way up over there. See how it looks in here. Good. It's so dark in these spots because I haven't lit them properly. But you can tell light is leaking through the ceiling, which is the one thing I'm going to have trouble avoiding. And that's going to be something I got to work with. That is a shader issue where shaders don't fully grasp the slab. Where it's hugging the edges and it's getting through seams like right here. It's not the worst, but it is annoying. Okay. Got that. Now, we got the windows there. I can do stuff with this space. I need to figure out the shape of the roof, though. How do I want the roof to look? I'm going to fly back a little bit. Okay. So, typically something like this, I would do... My brain is saying do a square trim. But I want to slope these bits. So, how do I get a good shape here? And I think this is where we actually use the... I don't know if this will work right, but I want to do this. Okay, I want to do that. This is going to need to be higher because this is a very low roof for what I want here. But if we go to here, on that same line, I'm going to go here. Remove that because this wall is going to go up a little bit. But we're going to do that, and then I'm going to take away the slabs, and we're going to grab these shelves because I think, if I'm right, I think we can go here. Pull it back just that little bit. Yeah, and then... That's too low, though. If I have the window there, I can't do this around the whole way, so I do need to raise this up one. So let's go over. We're going to go up one row at the very minimum. Bump it up, up, up. By the way, everybody, Twitch has become more picky about what counts as view. Make sure you are keeping your view active by claiming those bonus channel point chests at the bottom of chat. It does help me out a ton, even if you don't realize it. Basically, it tells Twitch, hey, I am watching this, therefore giving my view count a boost, which therefore ends up increasing the number of people who may find my stream. So stuff like that does matter a ton. If you're able, obviously there's no pressure. If you're busy, do what you got to do. But I would be doing myself a disservice if I didn't mention it at least once in a while in order to help keep those numbers up. Because my numbers have been down lately, and I think Twitch got more aggressive on the way it was handling it. So those reminders always help. And I also know there's a lot of people studying for things like their finals and whatnot, which, yeah, that can also be a bit of a hiccup. Okay, I'm going to go here. We're going to look up. So, yeah, I'm going to do a railing there. Do I want to do it right on that one, or do I want to go up one more? Because this goes down 1.5. So I think we need to do one more up, hopefully. It feels really good walking through this base, though. Do, 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 do. Hey, Togo. Okay, go up here. Gonna do one more wrap around. Do 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 do. Burn out, burn. Ugh. Do 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 do. Given the height I've got on these bits of roof, I might extend those one more. It's gonna depend if I can get a good idea for the roof shape, but yeah, I think we need to go there. Accidental rude. There and there. And then from here... Ah, my nose itches. Help! Okay, so we've got that going. Now we go across here. We're going to do this on the other side. And this one will go all the way back. But now we need to go... Can I get this placed? Got it. We're going to go all the way around like this. There we go, and we'll do it again. Okay. How does that feel? Yeah, it's one of those, like, I could lower it, but I feel like I'm gonna want that space just in case I want to ornament on top of the windows. And I kind of already want to ornament on top of the windows. Just something that'll maybe pop out at the top. So we'll have to figure that out when we get there. Like, I don't know if we'll do, like, maybe something here, or maybe this top point gets a bit of ornamentation that's going down, almost kind of like a gargoyle vibe. I'm not sure. Ba-ba-ba. Yeah, we don't get a lot of... There's not going to be a lot of visual on the fact that it's a pointed roof there. I think that's fine, though. Though I almost want to bump this one back one. Like, I like the idea of having the peak here. But I also kind of want there to be kind of this visual feel of walking around the roof, even if I can't, because it's too narrow. Like that, right? So there's that little bit there. I would like to do... I would like to get it right there, but that's not an option. Oh, by the way, so this is as a fun, totally annoying topic. Um, I've ended up in a very weird spot on TikTok where apparently it really wants to show me a whole bunch of quote unquote Minecraft inspiration, which is just people sharing uncredited images they found online, a whole bunch, and half of them are AI, and it's pissing me off really badly. It's like, one, I don't want your inspiration. I don't like using other inspiration things because I've reached a point of people asking if I'm doing something like somebody else enough. And it's like, well, now I don't watch anybody. But I am trying to fix my my For You, but it is just flooded with quote unquote Minecraft inspiration right now. It's just like, please stop. Go like that, go there. I think the one thing with this, I'm going to need to get more stairs in a second. The one thing with this is I could do something here a little bit to bring in more light. But I don't know if I could get that to work well there. So I think this is going to be that little spot of... We do... Hmm. Hmm. No! We'll do this. Well, wait. So, woof. If I do that, yeah, I think we're gonna disguise the flooring here to do what I want to do. Because I can do this, but I feel like that's a spot that I should have rafters. So I'm gonna have to, I'll manually make rafters here. But I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna do stairs underneath this to make this even thicker. But none of this is gonna be visible up here, so it doesn't exactly matter. It does! It does, sorry. Which is why I did mention that I would refresh my feed, which is what that is called over there. But the problem is it does this thing where just every few months it'll get stuck in a loop. And it's really irritating because then I kind of have to rebuild it. And I just hate that aspect of it. It's like I basically lose a bunch of the stuff I had. And it's like, ah. Okay, let's make some stairs, because we're going to need a lot of them. Let me place the one stair block I have left. Grab these. This is probably my favorite Katamari song. Now, like... It's really interesting to have it, like, shift like that, but I think that is not my favorite Katamari song. And it's just funny because it's from my least favorite Katamari game. Okay, let's go to storage. Go to old storage. Go there. I did that wrong. Oh, that's annoying. You know, what am I saying? Not like I need it. Go there. Morning, Timber. There we go. I'm gonna need more slabs. Ta 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 ma 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 dee. And we're gonna need more shelves. And let's go back up to our regular storage, grab some concrete. It's a really good song. And I don't know why it's such a good song, because it probably shouldn't feel like such a good song. It's just ka 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 ta 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 ma 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 ri e e. But it's like, nope, I love it. Woo! Okay. I will take that slow because otherwise I'm going to mess up and then I'm going to be more annoyed. Go there. Which one, Timber? No! We're okay. Oh, amazing. It's 9:27. 1,000,000 rows. That's a great one. And honestly, I'm assuming that's because of starting soons and be right backs more than anything. I've got a couple that I've picked up from myself, if that makes you feel any better, just by my own clips. So, you're not alone. Okay. Ugh. Ugh. Yeah, I like the shape. It's not very like interesting from down below. Like down here, I can't even tell that it's peaked, right? And I think there is some niceness to that. Like not being able to even tell that it's a peaked roof. But then you're on the other buildings and you can see it's peaked. I think really changes the way it feels. So I'm good with that. Now, this section, go along there. Now we need to go here. Doot, doot. It is coming along. Obviously, no color yet, but I'm really, really loving this building and the work we've managed on this one, so. There we go. Hey, Nojul. I'm gonna be real, Nojul. I was not expecting a follow. Sorry, I am gonna call out the follow. I wasn't expecting a follow for a follow from somebody who I just dropped a follow to on Blue Sky for really, really cool shader work in Godot. I do appreciate that. I don't normally call out follows and stuff, but I was like, oh, I got a new follow. No, Joel, why do I recognize the name? Wait a minute. For those of you on Blue Sky, which if you're on any of the if you're on any social media, I think Blue Sky is honestly the best one to be on. You should check out Nojul's stuff. Nojul does some really cool stuff. If you're not, I mean, if you're not on it, you can always go to just Nojul's itch and check that out. Really cool shader work that I am definitely going to be looking further into as I learn to finally pick up Godot. I'm not calling it Godot. I've given up. I've given up. It's Godot now. I know it's supposed to be Godot, and I'm going with Godot because I swear they changed stance. I swear it was originally meant to be Godot, and I was bothered because its logo was a robot. And then at some point, they swapped back. And I don't think I'm making this up. I think at some point they swapped back on how they were pronouncing it just to give me grief. Me specifically. And they're bullies, and this needs to be brought up, and I think it's targeted harassment. But no, like it bugs me because this was genuinely a thing. I was like, oh, it's Godot because their logo's a robot, right? I didn't know how to pronounce it at first, and I looked it up, and I looked up their logo, and I'm like, oh, robot. It must be Godot. And everybody told me I was wrong. I was saying Godot. I'm like, well, and now it's Godot. I don't know, but Godot sounds better. I will like fully admit Godot has always sounded better. But like I finally got myself out of the habit of saying Godot, and it's like, oh yeah, it's officially Godot like robot. Like I'm being tricked. I'm being tricked. Somebody's messing with me. Hey Kate. But yeah, one of the first things I want to do in Godot is I want to get my overlay swapped over. So like a lot of the overlay aspects, like the infinite scrolling I've got at the bottom, I want to move that over. I'm going to try my best to rebuild stream avatars, which isn't ideal, but meh. Can you be part of the moon? I'm only a little bit, Kate. Only a little bit. Yeah, I want to recreate things. The only thing that I am still like desperately craving with Godot, though, as a program, is I think Godot really needs to allow. It needs to allow video input capture. And I know that people have made really janky ways to get that to work. But it really, really needs video input. Like, I need to be able to capture a video input device. Please. Please! I don't want to use the janky methods. What height did I do this at? Okay, it was that height. I'm like, where? Do 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 do. There we go. Focus. Go cross-eyed while placing blocks. Okay. It's one of the... Well, because the thing that always got me with the whole video input capture is, like, people would make... There's a whole bunch of, like... There's a janky camera server thing that somebody had made for it. But the problem is, it, like... works really easy on everything but Windows. And it's like, well, you see the issue with that, right? It's very like, there's a very specific issue with that. And it's that most people use Windows.
Really? Go stretch.
I don't want to stretch. You're not wrong, Mari, but I don't want to stretch. Okay. Now this is a spot where I'm... Before we take a break, this is a spot where I'm a little confused. Because I don't know what I want to do here. Listen, Timber. I don't question what she says. She just says things and we kind of go with it. Okay, just really quick. I could go and make... Exactly, there we go. I could go and make another peaked roof here. I could also add another floor here. I think what I want to obnoxiously do is a dome. Like, this area adds for a really good dome location. Hibernation is just a series of very, very long naps that has been misportrayed in the media as taking one very long sleep, which is not what it is. Hey, Fox. Here we go. There we go. Yeah, bears aren't asleep the whole winter. That's a lie. Bears often wake up during the winter. Things lie. Now, I will say, like, some creatures, like, I think it's crabs in really cold climates will actually do, like, full-on hibernation as we know it in media. But bears are the main one that are a lie. Okay, we're getting there. But it is time to be really annoying and make people like Fox sad because Fox just got here. Where you got to deal with ads for 3 minutes. And I do apologize, but it is to turn off ads for anybody new that shows up in the next hour. So get up, stretch your legs, wiggle around, all that fun stuff. And I will see you all very soon. Be right back. My God. Learn that white strawberries exist. Now, Daisy, female. Daisy's name in Japan is Horumon, apparently. A second cousin who is a cow through and through. Their running speed is the same as whether on 2 or 4 legs. I'm glad they don't have the old description for Daisy. For those who don't know, Daisy's feet squirt milk when she runs. I just think this is important for y'all to know. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, here we go. Boom. Oh, is that really a million? A million roses? Amazing. That's amazing. We're rather impressed. Such a pointless exercise. Well, thank you for doing it. We're so pleased. Yes, let's go home now.
You did it.
Thank you, Mari. Look at this! Look at this! It's 9:27. 1 million roses! Hello? Why was that musical? Why did I just auto-tune my own voice? I need to do backspin if I'm doing this. I got distracted by the golf cart! I screwed that up because I thought I was going to get hit by a golf cart. I'm glad this guy has no peripheral vision whatsoever. What? What? How the hell? My God. My God. Learn that white strawberries exist. Now, Daisy, female. Daisy's name in Japan is Horumon, apparently. A second cousin who is a cow through and through. Their running speed is the same as whether on 2 or 4 legs. I'm glad they don't have the old description for Daisy. For those who don't know, Daisy's feet squirt milk when she runs. I just think this is important for y'all to know. 8,
7, 6, 5, 4.
Woo! Hello. Okay, but yeah, we've got the shape here. I do like this. I do think we're gonna have to add like visual noise up here. Hey, Puka. I think we're gonna have to add visual noise, like just crap on the roof. But I do like how this is feeling. I need to figure out. I think I want to go up one here. I want to go up another one. Just trying to think of the height here. I think what we end up with. Not that kind of crap, Puka. So we go there. Get rid of that one, because I need that there. How do I want this to go? Because if I go like that, that keeps the trim going that way. But then this is wrong. I could do the trim... This is weird. Do. Also, Puka, there's no such thing as pigeons. Have you played Minecraft before? Wait. Okay. We get that. That gives us the shape we're after. Even though I'm going to be replacing or placing one there, eventually I will do that. Hey, Wilbull! Welcome, welcome. Welcome, Raiders. Hope you're doing well. I need to figure out the shape. How do I want... I'm stumped out of shape right now, so I do apologize that I'm a little less attentive than I'd like to be. There we go. That goes there. We got that. I've fallen! But welcome, Raiders. I hope you're doing well. I hope you had a fantastic stream. Thank you for coming by. For those who do not know me, my name is Cameron JK. My pronouns are they, them. I'm a chill variety streamer focused on indie and interactive and games you just may have never heard of. We're currently playing Minecraft, though, which doesn't sound like it fits all those, but my streams are highly interactive as well. You know what, Puka? I'm going to go over here really quick and I'm going to show you something. I'm going to show you something. You're going to question everything, okay? Okay? What do you mean pigeons aren't real? We got a pigeon. But no, all of my streams are interactive in their own way. Stuff like that, where I'm now tiny. Thank you, Bui. So everything I play can be modified in some way. Have I ever seen a baby pigeon? Listen, all baby birds look a little bit off. All of them. And that's just something I think we need to accept in the world. I don't know. Door made it. I have seen baby pigeons. Yes. Not in person, but I have seen photos. But yeah, I've been working on this building here. It's raining. I've been working on this building here. By the way, when I get scaled back up, it's gonna do something and nobody's gonna notice. Watch. Let's see if it does it right, because it's about to go back up. And I want you all to see this. Come on. There. So, the very slight thing. The very, very slight thing here. I sized up 3 times. It wasn't just like one immediate scale up. And I know it's so pointless, but I wanted to make sure it actually like did that right. But I've been working on designing these buildings. I designed everything in white concrete, and then I'll replace them later when I decide on a palette that I want for it, but I'd rather get the shape down while I have the idea for the shape, because it gives me a better idea of how things play when I can see the shadows and stuff. So I use white and almost white pink wood here in order to get that feel, so we can really get the shape. But I've been working on an Adventurers Guild, and I'm very pleased with it so far. We've been getting the shape here. It's almost church-like. We go inside. We've got this. We've got a bit of a leak in the roof. I'm not sure how I'm going to handle that, because I was going to do armor stand windows, but if I do armor stands there, the rain is still going to get in. I may have to do something sneaky with that. Got to keep that in mind. I do want. What I want to figure out is a way to do, like, I don't know. I assume it would. At least this rain. This is particle rain. But maybe not. They'll be testing. But we've been working on getting an area set up here. These windows and whatnot. But this is the Adventurers Guild so far. We got area down here. I'm going to put tables down here. We'll have a bar here. Same on the other side. Goes back to a kitchen, which I have done nothing with. Which is why those doors are lit up. Go back up these. We got our front desk here. Goes along the whole width. Got an area over here for more seating. Same on the other side. Go over here. It's very dark back here. But this leads over to a balcony on both sides. We've got this door here for one of the rooms. They're all connected right now because I haven't separated the rooms. It's fine. Large window here. Goes out. There's a balcony on this side as well. But if instead of going up those stairs, I'm going to grab a torch to make this look a little bit more visual appealing. If you go through this door, you get to a back staircase. This goes to their back room. You're not intended to go back here. I'll lock the door. It's fine. We can go up these stairs. This leads over to another area. But you can go here, and it goes up. And you go into the big room we were working on. This side's going to be a library. And it'll have a stairway up to here. The other side has a room here I don't know the use of yet. And then we've got this. Now, this is where we were when I fell off. And I'm trying to figure out what I want to do here. Cherry blossoms! Again, cherry blossoms in the rain. That is twice y'all have done that. But we've got that shape. I'm just trying to figure out the best way to do this bit of roof. Now, I want to do a dome here. I do have my build guide, so I'm going to pull out the build guide, and we're going to see how this fits. So go here, enable the build guide, which I've been using over there, as you can see. But shape list, we need a new sphere. I'm going to grab that. We're going to add one. Then we're going to go over shape. And the radius is currently set to 3. I think we want about 5. So there's that. You can set it to a dome, which is what we want. We don't need it up. We need it down, and we need to go not that way. We need to go other way. About here is center. Other way. Go down a little bit. Trying to tell if I'm in the right spot or not. Okay, so we go there. That's lined up on that side. That is lined up on that side. This is where we would want it. And we are too far that way. And not far enough that way. Am I in... I need to go to even mode. Now we are good there. Good there. Back one. See, now this is where I have to decide. Do I want it towards the front or towards the back? I feel like I'd want it more towards the front. So we go there for the dome. Actually, no, you go towards the back. And the reason I'm doing that is because right here, what I'm going to do, I'm going to remove these all. And then grab slabs, and we're going to go there. Which gives us a little more wiggle room. And then we're just going to place these in. I will skip over that one for now. One of the big things to me with the shape of this, though, is like, we've got that one, right? Why do I have that one on? What one are you? I mean, not that one. Not that one, so it must be that one. There we go. One of the big things is how this build looks from above. We have the dome, we get that shape there. We have a little bit of a walkway up in the front. We'll have to figure out some sort of way to get up there. Onto the roof, which might just be from the outside. Having some sort of fire escape set up, maybe. But I am really enjoying the shape of this. Like, overall, like, this feels really good to me. The one thing, thinking about this, is going to be a little odd, is going to be right here. If I do a wall or a railing. I would like to do a wall there. I guess that wall's out there. I could do another raised spot to match with this. So we go there. And the reason we would do that is because that spot there, I don't want it to be under the edge of the roof, right? So we can do that on both sides. And then, like, right here, we do this. And then the roof will, or the wall will go on top of that. Right, so that gives us that space there. And then on the other side, we got to do the same. Which, again, is right. Not there! Right there. There we go. Okay. That one goes there. We go on top of that one. We do that one. There. And then that gives us the shape of the dome without actually being in that exact spot. Ha! Okay. Now, that height there, though, I don't want to be... I'm trying to figure out, like, how would we meet up with this? Do we put the glass on top of that? Probably. So it'd be... like that. And we go there. Scooch along the edge. Get that in. Go there. Go there. Build guide is very, very much my friend. Like, it just feels good being able to look at it and go, yeah, that's how that should be. So yeah, we go here. We get a very big skylight still. We're pushed away from that wall by 2. We're pushed away from this one by 1. I'd rather it be by a set of 2 than be like up against it on either side. So I'm happy with that. I don't want to make it oblong. There's no spot for windows on this. Well, there is space for windows, thinking about it. I just got to go and look at this and go, the slope roof is here, right? Where does that pop out? That's actually, like, perfect. Because I feel like if you had a roof here, right? You would want some form of visual outside. Even if you can't see a lot, you want a little bit extra light in here. Hey, Artisy. So we'll go with that. I'm going to place... I'm going to place this right in front of the windows. That way when I'm down below, I'll see that light. I don't want too much light coming in here, so we do more narrow windows. That's a back wall. I'm not going to do anything there. But we do this. Oh, the green dome. There you go there. And I am just going to turn off the layout because I know I want the dome there, and I'm just not doing it right now. And then you go there, and in we go. Are we lit up there? Yes, we are. It's all spawn proof. Yes. But yeah, stopping the rain is going to be a big issue regarding the bar here. I could just build the build this section, the stained glass section, out of regular glass, which is, of course, an option, but I wanted to do something extra unique with it. So now I'm kind of at the spot of, how do I stop the rain? If string will stop the rain, then I can just put string above it, and it shouldn't be visible. But I'd want to go really high up if I did that. So that's kind of a weird spot. I could also plan it really awkwardly and put, like, because we've got a hot air balloon there, I could hot air balloon above it. Just really high up, do a hot air balloon. Which is the cheekiest way, I think, that I could do that. But, like, we put a hot air balloon, like, right here that would cover that spot, so then it wouldn't be able to. Like, we've got that hot air balloon there, but putting another one here wouldn't be the end of the world, and I think that would work really well to cover it. And it would, like, it would do what I need. It would do what I need, but I don't know. Feeling really good with the shape of this building, though. Like, just, again, this feels good. That side feels good. That side feels good. The back is really bland, but I think there's going to be a building up against it, so it doesn't matter. If I do allow players up to this side, though, I guess the one issue would be this window. If players were to try and parkour on it. This is why I want some method in this game to place and destroy barrier blocks. And I think we deserve that. I think we deserve a way to do that. I don't know what that way is, but I think we deserve that. I also want... I want to add lighting in over here. And now that's going to look really bad from this side, right? Like that's not how I'm after it. I want to do that, but I want to go there. And I promise I'm going somewhere with this. Because I do think this on its own looks bad. So we're going to go there. Okay. So we go there, and then I'm going to take the scaffold, and we're going to go up. Boop, boop, boop. And I want that there and there. And then we go there and there. And there and there. And this just gives us, from the outside, little slits, right? We get little slit windows. But from in here, they look much larger because of the angle we're at. And if I'm right from the other side, well, right now we're not seeing much of it because of the positioning. It's fine. But the idea is that we can see that angle a lot better. Bump, bump, bump. There we go. Really? Ran out of stairs. It's fine. Go to storage, go to old storage. Oh, did not need both. Okay. More shelves. Go to the courtyard again. Let's go out here. Oh. Okay. Go there. Oh, that's why this side's better lit. There we go. There we go. Go up here. Yeah, it's not going to get a lot of light through here. For what it's worth, Timber, the song name's not long. The song name is Blue Orb. But yeah, when there's multiple artists, it gets a bit annoying for the length. Yeah, I like this light going this way, though. That feels good. These ones are a bit less visible. Right, but we get these slivers of light through. That would help light up the space a lot, depending on where the sun position is. Doot, doot. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a wall here, and on this area we'll have like a little loft. So this will get an entire wall. Where would I want the door? I would want, honestly, for this one, I would want the door probably, for having a double door entrance there is still not an ideal spot because of that. But if we do a double door entrance there, I'm gonna offset it one and go there. Get rid of you. Give me a door. And there. Then these ones. I think this is an odd spot. I think what I want here, actually, is I want it here and here. Because I want them to open into the room. I'm gonna have to do a door frame around it in order for it to really, like, feel right, but there's certain rooms that you want to be entering and certain rooms you want to be exiting. And as simple as that statement sounds, it's like that's why some doors go the direction they do, right? Are you entering the location or are you leaving? Based on whether or not the door swings in or out is kind of the vibe there. So you're entering this space, you're leaving this space. And it's how much it makes you stop when you're doing it. Typically. Let's go there. I want boop, 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 boop. And then from down here, I want boop, 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 boop. Do a bigger banister there. Now this one, if I do that, ends up too thick. Because we got a door there, and we don't want to be blocking the door. So we're just going to do a thin banister on this side. I should probably just make it thin on both sides so it stays consistent. I don't think it matters as much. Because you'd never know. But we'll do that. I will place this torch in that corner. So that way when I build this wall up, I don't even realize. But I'm at this weird spot when it comes to this, because this is a very open area, and I want to use this space, but maybe we'll just have a lot of things up here. Oh, no, 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 no. Brain? No. That's for the dome. And are we spawn-proof over here? We are. Cool. Bam, bam. Bam, bam, bam. But yeah, this section of roof. So this is what I was talking about. This section of roof, I want to do rafters. I don't want them too high, but we've got this space here, right, where I've done this. So 1, 2, 3, I think is the spot. So we're going to go there, and then I'm going to do that, 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 that. And then 1, 2, and we're going to U-turn, and we're going to go here. 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. Really, I think it's like every 6th spot, right? So that'd be 1, 2, and then there, and then 1, 2, 3. Yeah. But the problem is I get lost when I do it that way. So go there, and then it'd be 1, 2, and then there, and then we turn around. 1, 2, 3, and then there. This section of the roof is very dark. Okay. Now, the reason the spacing I did is like this is because with Minecraft's design on stairs, I talked about this last night. With Minecraft's design on stairs, you end up with a very weird spacing that you get when you use them. So if I rotate, I can get these exactly the same distance apart every time. Shaders are having a time with this bit of the roof. It's fine. Once we get lighting put in the areas, we can adjust it. We can use light blocks to get just the right light level. Oh. God, I love the Katamari soundtrack. There we go. There we go. But yes, as a reminder, Twitch will stop counting your views if you don't claim the channel point, Jess. Blah, 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 blah. You know where I'm going with this. I think they upped the rate or the strictness of it, but I think one of the big things is those who use Better Twitch TV who have auto claim on, that has been helping a lot of people get it. Better Twitch TV updated, and as far as I can tell, when it did the update, it stopped that auto claim setting, so you may need to check that you still have that enabled. So just a heads up. Oh, this is wrong. Because, yeah, mine lost its settings. I had to go back in and enable the auto claim. Because the reason I had noticed is I have it turned off to auto join raids, and then suddenly I was joining them again. I'm like, this ain't right. So I had to go in and figure out what was going on there. Yeah, if we go here. Look what that does for the roof. Like, the roof was really boring before to me. Now the roof is really, really interesting. And it's just by adding in stairs. All that is stairs. Now I need to double check my rafters, so it's full block and then rafter. Let's go over to the other side. Okay, so rafter. So what I'm trying to do is 3 meters of space between these, between the rafters. So if you look, it's half block, full, half, which gives us the 3, which is why the distance was what it was. And then when we go to the next area, right? So we've got 1, 2, 3, and then it would be right here. And then we turn around, and then we skip the 2. 1, 2, and then we go there. Bring it. And 1, 2, 3. One, two. There we go. Bum, ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum. It's going to be a real pain to rebuild these, but I think once we know what kind of block palette we're going for these rooms, I don't think it'll be that bad. The exterior is the part that's going to be the bigger issue for me on the buildings that I'm doing here, which are only 1 block thick. Because it makes it a little bit harder to decorate, though we will be doing a lot of heavy work with paintings and vines and things like that, so. There we go. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay, let's run back up. Do 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 do. There's that one. Hey, Lapis. Really? I'm out of slabs. There we go. Lapis, look at this building. Okay, let's go here. Back door. Grab our torch. Go there. Do 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 Doo-doo-doo. Okay, and then there. Rafters might be my favorite thing. Just aesthetically, I love the feeling that rafters add to the space. But yeah, this window might need some sort of ornamentation right at the top for me to be happy with it. Okay. Hop back down. Okay. I technically need, like, pillars on these, which is going to be awkward. Ugh. Take a drink really quick. Okay. We've got the shape. That's going to be a pain to figure out exactly what I want. Let's go free cam. Got a good structure there. Got a roof there. We'll do a dome there. Can I rename? I wish I could rename these. Like, that's one thing I would really like with this. But there's no... I can't just go, yeah, no, change the thing. But, like, we'll put a dome there. We've got our bits of sloped roof over on the sides. The blank back, which doesn't have much going on. Right here, I mentioned wanting to do some sort of roof maintenance. Actually, right here would make a lot of sense because that would be away from the road. This side would have road access, but over here would make sense because you have to go inside to get to that ladder, in theory. And then having some sort of drop down. That might be the spot for that when we do it, but... Boobidoo. Okay, so we've got this. Let's go down here. This is one area I have not sorted. A lot of it doesn't matter. But I would like to at least switch this area over to white concrete. So let's do that. It's suddenly very dark in here. Okay, let's go like right there, and that's 3 from the door. 1, 2, 3. Ooh. There we go. Lights up the area fairly consistently. And I believe that is enough to get the corners. Yes, okay, cool. So we don't have to worry about more of that mess. Bam, 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 bam. But yeah, I don't have any, like... I don't necessarily need to work on this space. Back here, but it feels good to have it, like, cleaned up, you know? Like, I don't have a roof here. Still well enough lit. Go out here. The doors are semi-ominously lit. It's like directing me to a shortcut. Oh. But I do feel really, really, like, set with this. Now, I mentioned I want that one locked so I can do better rooms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then that would be here. Let's go there, and then... right there. And see, this room wouldn't have the same amount of space. Just because of the size. Now, I could make it have the same amount of space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 if I wanted. But this area is more likely to be accessed. So what we're going to do is we're going to seal that off. Go here, and then we go there. But then on the other side, we're going to flip them. So here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the 6th one becomes the wall. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we get this. Now that means, hopefully, if I go down here. This is more lit now because it's getting light through that door. But this means when we're up here, it's going to look a little weird here, but that wall for that room, this is the perfect size. So that lined up there. We've got this one. Now on the other side, that's slightly further this way. But we've got a library section going in, so I can easily put either books there or carpets there or things like that that would end up covering these spots. I don't think will work really well. We'll have books over here as well. This is actually a good spot almost for an enchanting setup. Actually, it might be really good if I do bookshelves here. Yeah, I'll do bookshelves here. Bookshelves under the stairs. I can actually do an enchanter. I don't have to find a spot that's good for an enchanting table. That one feels like a good spot for an enchanting table. But I think in order to do that, we need a lot of books. Let's go get some books. Or, I guess we could do that, or we could just take a bunch of iron. I'm going to do that method. Honestly, it's less work. Gonna take that. We will go to the Villager Trade Hall. Just go here. Give me that. Make sure I didn't lose any. Good. And then you have bookshelves. Which are more expensive than I realized. Back to our storage area. Where I'm just going to make my own. Because we've got that. I just need paper. Do I have... Paper? Anywhere? I don't know if I have paper. Back to the Villager Trade Hall. Let's switch over to a magnet. There we go. Go over here. Make a ton of paper. Can always make it because... Wow, Puka. Wow. Now, I'm trying to remember here, because I believe... Did I set this up? Yeah. So, I have a lot more, book ability than one might think. Go there. Okay, we've run out of paper again. That was all I had for making books. It's so expensive. Okay, do that. Go here. I accidentally threw the books away that I had. There we go. I've ended up with 31. I don't need any of this. 31 is not a lot, but it's fine. Really, I should just take a ton of emeralds over there and just trade for the bookshelves, which I believe I have a bunch. No, I haven't. Oh, I do have a little bit of emeralds. I could take the iron blocks. You know what? Screw it. Trading for bookshelves is easier than whatever I was just going through. Go back to the trade hall. I feel like I should put like a trade in here that's just like one iron block gives you like 2 emeralds. There we go. Hey, Raxon, how's it going? Ow. There we go. This takes a bit. Especially when I can't just space normally here. Like, they don't want to refill because I don't have the inventory space. So I gotta go back and forth on this until... We're getting there. There we go. That was what I needed. Let me go here. Go up the magnet for a second. We're going to keep the magnet on us to pull that, and then we need the bookshelves. There we go. Cool. And now we go back. Your kid ate through your Ethernet cable. Oh. Well, I feel like I should tell you that your Ethernet cable shouldn't be draped across the floor here. Maxon, I did a new thing. I did a new thing. You're gonna like this. Look at this building. Oh, I left my magnet on. Crap. Look at this building. Go inside. Booty. Got rooms. Got our balcony here. And that just loops around. But if we go here, and we go here, we take this door here, we go up the stairs, skip that door, go up here, go up here. We got proper rooms. Now what I wanted to do is I wanted to do that. All right, so we're getting a library kind of feel here, a proper library feel. And I think the more books we add, the more crowded it'll feel, which is better in this case. Now, that one's there. This lines up weird. I think I want it there, though. We go there. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the best way to do this would be like this. And then if we get rid of this one and this one and this one. There we go. Let me check something really quick. If I go free cam. Yeah. Okay. End up with a bunch of books here, but we don't actually go as high as I'd like, but we still can. We're going to do that. Okay. So then we get our bookshelves, we get this area. We've got our little areas back here. Now, I want to put books down at this lower level. And I don't think it's a bad idea to do that. But I am now wasting book space. Which one you are Silk Touch. So if I go here, get rid of those. Go there and there. Get rid of those two. That side can stay. Now I could do floor to ceiling. Floor to ceiling does work here. But I don't know if do we go up this far? Like, I don't want to go all the way up to the rafter, but I think maybe doing this works really well. Because we're still going to get that, we're going to get the light coming through and it's going to go across the books at the top. We end up with a really tall library. I think it's going to matter when we put, like, maybe some trim in. We can use armor stands to create some, like, solid shelves. Maybe also use, we'll replace some of these with the other bookshelves, so they won't all be consistently this. And then we'll put paintings down the side to create a kind of a board, but we get the shape there. Now, this is the spot I was talking about. I wanted to do an enchanting area over here. We have a couple options for what we could do here. But the main thing I was thinking is we do... There, we do know... I can't go that square. I can't go in that square. Got it. I wasn't sure where it was. So if we go there, we could go out to here. That square doesn't matter. And I'd like to go there. Now, this spot visually doesn't look right, but I will create, I will slide the books up there in a way that will work. With armor stands, I will, like, hide them into that nook. I'd like this spot to be a shelf, though. But then we can put an enchanting table in here. Now... I think what I want to do for the enchanting area, though, all right? I don't think this is a full level enchant, but we also aren't going to use it. Like, let's be real, we aren't going to use the enchanting area. So I think just raising this section up, and then we put the enchanting table on a pedestal here. It'll allow it to be used. It'll be raised up. But it'd be more like a height you would use the enchanter at. And the bookshelves line up well. And I'll have a board, again, along the side of this to hide that. Though I could just do this. And put a board on that one. Does the same thing. Oh, I did stay one away on that wall, so we'll stay one away here. But I love the idea of doing like a full-on library here. Now let's see, how are we looking at lighting? Okay, one of those is spawnable. If I go here... Ah, still spawnable. I was really hoping that that torch would stop it from being a spawnable space. Let's go there. I'll do that on both sides. That should be more than enough. Which one did I do it on? That one. Those are the same spots? That don't feel right. No. I put the... wait. What? I did 2 windows and then above a window, then 2 windows in between a window? Why did I do it that way? One, two, blank, 1, 2, blank there. Do. That's all lit now, and get rid of you. I want it to look nice from the outside if I kind of look in. So lighting that up and being consistent on it helps. And we'll have a small seating area over here, which is why this was a little bit wider by the window. But we'll just have a little small reading spot here that I think will work really well. We'll figure out kind of some ladders to be able to reach stuff there. but I need to get an enchanting table right there. Now, I don't remember. This is one of those things. I very rarely make it. I think it is a book, right? I need a single book. I would like a tool that is not going to end up breaking the ground. So I need a book. I'm gonna get rid of 2 of those, because why not? I want to make the enchanter. So we go to storage. I need obsidian. I don't think I have any obsidian up here. I do. I need 4 of those. Hi, Mari. I need some diamonds. Right, I think that's it. Is that the recipe? It is! Cool. I've never made one on the server. I like these. I got a client-side mod that does new.
Move around a bit. I want to turn.
I got one that does new toasts. But we will get up in just a little bit. Nyom. Oh, wrong way. Go there. Around this way. Up here. And see, the height of it's perfect. I don't know what level anything goes to. Like, nothing I have is enchantable. But you get a nice little, like, area out of it. It's very much a pedestal. Probably a little high, but... I like it. I do like it. I think the height is that very odd spot where you look at it and you go, I'm not sure if this is too high or not or whatever, but I do like the vibe of it. All right, but we do need to step away for a few minutes, get up, stretch, wiggle around, all that fun stuff. So I'll catch you on a few. Be right back. For those who don't know, Daisy's feet squirt milk when she runs. I just think this is important for y'all to know. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, here we go. Boom. Oh, is that really a million? A million roses? Amazing! That's amazing! We're rather impressed. Such a pointless exercise. Well, thank you for doing it. We're so pleased. Yes, let's go home now.
You did it.
Thank you, Mari. Look at this! Look at this! It's 9:27. 1 million roses! Hello? Why was that musical? Why did I just auto-tune my own voice? I need to do backspin if I'm doing this. I got distracted by the golf cart! I screwed that up because I thought I was going to get hit by a golf cart. I'm glad this guy has no peripheral vision whatsoever. What? What? How the hell? My God. My God. Learn that white strawberries exist. Now Daisy, female. Daisy's name in Japan is Horumon, apparently.
A second cousin who is a cow through and through. Their running speed is the same as whether on 2 or 4 legs. I'm glad they don't have the old description for Daisy. For those who don't know, Daisy's feet squirt milk when she runs. I just think this is important for y'all to know. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
I'm back early. If you can hear me, tell me what you've had to eat today. And if you haven't had anything today, why not? I haven't had anything to eat today because I overslept. Rude. Bad about it. Ugh. You know what? Let's check on our we have too many records. Okay, it's not too bad, but let's step back a little bit. Get rid of that. Die again. Nope. Get rid of those, get rid of those. I'm shocked I don't have more copies of Relic, honestly. Hello, Roof Camel. Yes, because your body does need sugar. So I'm not gonna fault you for having the cake. You should probably have other things. I'm thinking about this counter, right? And I did that so we had a counter kind of vibe going on, but I think I want to do this right and in an interesting way that looks good. I want to use the oak shelves. Now, we could go here, but that ends up making this very narrow. I could go here, which ends up making it go the opposite, where it narrows their space. But it does look nice. And I would put something on top to fill this gap. I want these in the middle spot, which is probably what's going to happen. Would be really tedious to do with armor stands, but I think that is what I'll probably do. So the interesting trick here is going to be, it's going to be glass panes all the way across. And then we'll put armor stand versions of the pale oak shelves there. And then we'll place something on top of them. I'm not sure what, but we do this, and then we do... Well, we could lower them down a little bit and do something here, or things like that. But creating a larger workspace for them feels like the right thing to do. Now... Okay. I don't mind the villagers we have on this server. So I'd like to try and get villagers in here. But I have to lock them in. Is the problem. And they won't be locked in. But I want to try and wrangle some in here. I think the best thing I can do is that. Once I get them in, I'll just place that there for now, right? I can't get out. I mean, I don't think they can escape that, right? I think that is trapped if I do this. Like, they can't. Yeah, they can't get out of that because they can't hop that. I'm gonna do that. Hey, Amaru. I think you were already here. I already greeted you. I did already greet you. You've just been quiet. Okay, but we gotta figure out... Like, I know this is really early for me to be doing this, but for the sake of things, I want to try and get some villagers in here. Now, the nearest town I know of is down here. They might all be dead. That is a doable path, though, so let us assume we can take that. We need a boat. Let's go to storage. I don't know if I have. Well, that one, I need somebody to make a note for me about Lil Guy being in the wrong file spot. If somebody would be so kind, I would appreciate it. I just glanced over because I saw the big icon. So, yeah, under stream crafting, please mention that for me. Let's see. Leads aren't gonna work on villagers. I don't think I have material for boats. Can I just make a boat this way? No. Thank you, Snow. Okay, we can make 3 boats, which should be more than enough. And then I'm going to grab... I had leads in one of these. There's 2 leads in there. Do I have more leads up top? Itchy nose! I'm okay. We do. Awesome. Gonna go to the overlook. I should probably sleep. I hate that you may not rest now. Bed's too far away. Like, I clicked on you. I clicked on the bed. That should be all that matters. Okay, so let's go to the overlook. And I need to go south. That's not even the village I was looking for. I'm after this village. It's good to know there's another village. Whee! But yeah, we've got a clean path back, which is great. I don't know if the villagers are alive here, though. I'm not optimistic. I think that fox ate them. I am not optimistic. I think I've already decided they're all dead. I know this area got visited early on, but I don't think they We've got one. Hey, come here. Hey, you. Come on. Hey, door. Thank you. I needed 4, and we got our 4. That will be everybody in this town gone, though. I hate that that doesn't work, though. Path blocks are the bane of my existence. Okay. Okay. I'm setting up traps. There's one. Okay, we got them all. We got them all. Now I gotta get in the... Nope. That's fine. Now I go here. Honestly, yeah. No, that's a great way to go about it, Dor. Hey, hey, come here. Woo! There we go. Please sit down in the boat, sir. Please sit down in the boat. You. Okay. Yeah, no, like there, it's like the base price, like the barrier of entry is very high when it comes to homes, and then it slows down a bit. So yeah, and as long as you fully trust those friends, it's fantastic. And honestly, if you're somebody who doesn't like being alone, it's even better because then it would depend on like the work hours and things like that of everybody, but it gives you a lot more space, you know? Gives you a lot more space, gives you somebody to rely on if something goes wrong. It's always nice to have 2 people in the house regardless of like work situations and things like that. So I think there's a lot of reasons that would be considered a positive. Yeah, duplexes are also a good option. Which is, I mean, just a house split down the middle. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Dance, dance, dance. I'm so glad you can lead boats. Hey! What happened to the kids? Pretty sure we had kids in this boat. Okay, Mr. Sunshine. I am lost on my map. Where am I? I am as close as I can get, so I wasn't lost. However, I need to figure out how to get them to my town. I mean, we have the Abyss of Death, if I go that way. I could do a temporary waystone. That is an option. But it's the less fun option. Why doesn't that work? I'm pretty sure here. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to risk it. But I believe... It does not appear to have worked. So that didn't work regardless. I know where they are. Where are the rest of you? Where'd the rest of you go? I saw you fall out of the sky. So I'll be real, I'm a little worried. I am a little worried about where your friends went. I'm wondering if they're on top of my storage. Why doesn't that work? I need... No? Okay, so my question, I think there's somewhere here. Not there. Not there. Yeah, no, the followers teleport too should have made that work fine. So I don't know where they went my thought is it somehow moved them back to where they were, which also isn't right. They did it put them back at the village because the boats are gone. But yeah, if they may have been yoinked. Yoinked is actually a good way to look at it. Like it pulled them towards, but they didn't make it. And then the one just didn't go with. Which gives me an idea of how to get the other ones if that is the case, but... I'm gonna do that. Go to the overlook. Because we know the exact direction they came from, right? Like, they came from right there. So, in theory, the boat should be somewhere along... Oh, there goes the one. We saw the one die, but the other two should be in boats. Like, the ones that were in boats should be fine. So they would have gone in a straight line from here to there. So they might be below, they might be above. They might have caught the outside of my sphere. Actually, the outside of the sphere makes the most sense. They'd hit like there and then move down. Right, like that would be my logic, because they would have hit that edge and then dropped. When it decided it didn't have the lead. I don't see them anywhere, though. So that's an issue. Could they be in space? Well, one of them isn't. We know one of them isn't. We don't know where... The one that was in the boat with me is the one that died. That's the one that died. That's the main thing I know right now. But I don't know where the other ones would have went. I'm conflicted. Though I do think if I want to make the... You know what? Let's just go here. Yeah, but I feel like they would have hit by now. Even if that were the case. Doo-doo. Oh. Oh. No one's here. Okay. So... Okay, I gotta think. Let's see. We could go over... That's the one I went to. There's another village over there. I don't... Here's the thing. Even if I get them, I don't know how I would move them up, because apparently that just didn't like me last time, so I'm questioning if that's what I should do. I could also kidnap Fuji's villagers, which are, like, right there. We've got our big river back here, which actually isn't a bad idea. This big river. Do we have any villages along this river? Just that one. Huh. Well, the problem is they were in boats, and the boats appear to be gone. But, like, I would have thought I could teleport with... Wait. Idea. Idea. What am I doing? What am I doing? I'm making my life much harder than I need to. Forgot we could do that on the server. There we go. We need glass bottles, so we need 4 glass bottles, 4 wooden hose, 4 wheat. Okay. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, that is an option as well, doing a villager trial spawner. I was gonna do that, and then, like, wait, why not I just do the egg? So we've got that. You know what? I guess we'll make 6. We've got the 6 there. Eggies. 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 Okay, that's 6 of those. We need the wooden hose. I was gonna use that, but then I just realized. So I should have a bunch of sticks there. There. I always lose my crafting table in here. There we go. Grab that. Go here. Go there. And then we just need emeralds. I forgot we added... I completely blanked on the fact that I added recipes. So we could make spawn eggs. What am I missing? Wheat. I was like, where do I get wheat? We'll go to spawn. Do we have any wheat at spawn, actually? No? Yes! go. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. There we go. Now, I am going to put... I only wanted 3. I wanted them behind the desk. So I'm going to grab 3 for now. We'll go over here. Put you away. Whee! But yeah, I did think about the idea of using a trial spawner for villagers. Because that would work. It would max out and give you like a total of 8 max you could have. But you would always be able to get those 8. Though the problem is you would have to break the spawner and get a new one every time if you wanted to not have to kill all of them because they all need to die in order to get it. Unless there's a range max to it. Maybe if you maxed out the range, you'd be fine. But I don't know. I don't know the specific rules on whether or not it can spawn again. I assume if it's just out of render distance, it'll work, but... Yeah, so it should be able to go boop, boop, boop. I need to give them jobs. I don't know what job I want them to have. I'm gonna actually go to the villager trading hall and see. Hey, Bigby. Like, which one of you looks like you would work there? The lecterns make sense. Like the librarians are good. I think librarians make a lot of sense. I don't actually know how to make a lectern. Apparently I have the materials, though. Okay. So lecterns make a lot of sense. Hey, one of the boats made it! So they're still trying to get to me. Well, that's gonna be weird. Whenever that last one finally makes it. Oh! I saw it again. So, they are, they're all gonna fall out of the sky eventually. Okay, this area is not a spot where they're actually meant to go. But I should be able to do this. My only concern is that I don't get them back where I want them after I do this. Because I want them to keep that job. But I don't want the lecterns over there. Actually, wait. Oop, didn't want that one. I'm just trying to think, if I only do 3 of them, where is that going to line them up? Because there's no center. But each would get their own station, so we do there, and then it's to the side, so I do there and there. Right? And then we'll just do something special with the counter there, but that'll give them that one. And then there. Which has 3. And because I'm doing it to the right of them. There. Hey, get your lectern. Go get your lectern. There. Do y'all not want the lectern? Oh, they are librarians. I was gonna say, like, you don't look like a librarian to me. You're not. You are. We got one of them. We got one. I don't know why these ones have decided that they don't count, but okay, so that gives one of them a spot. Is that possible that oh yeah, they might be, I guess. That would be really annoying. Well, let me do that. That is possible, though, that I did spawn Nitwitch. You're not wrong. Na 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 na. Woo! Woo! Wait! You got a job now. They're just being difficult. Louis got a job. And Charlie's got a job. They're just being difficult. So, yeah, I think we're good. It's just being weird. I would be interested to see like what their trade upgrades could be. I'm a little annoyed with Louis here, but it's fine. Can I? Okay, I want to do scale at entity. Distance 3. Type villager. Point. Let's try 0.8. What do you mean? What do you mean no entity was found? I'm staring at them. Villager, comma. No, it's definitely distance. Can I do 10? What do you mean no entity was found? Oh, wait. It's distance equals, let's do 3. No, it should be, no. That should be it. No one else is on, so it should only get these. There. That worked. 0.9. 9.5. There we go. They're just a little bit shorter. Which means now it doesn't look like they're going to hit their head. Except for Louis. Louis, you're kind of a pain. Louis, I'm going to try and get you stuck in this section when I get you trapped somewhere. Hey, they're all librarians now! But yeah, I don't want Louis' ears clipping through that all the time. But I want... If I do name equals Louis. There we go. Now Louis is a little bit shorter. And then it was Orville, right? No. Orval. There we go. They all got different heights now. Little things like that to me really matter more than I think a lot of people would think. I would like to put the rabbit in a better spot. What if I do like 8, 8? Can I get you like short enough where you're not? I don't want Louis to be able to escape, but I want Louis to be shorter, so Louis' ears don't clip. And I think we're good now. A little bit of height variation. And then they should stick to their spots. They don't have beds. I should probably make them beds to heal on, but then I'll need to put those beds in the back room, but I want them to stay out here. And I don't know how to entice them to come to this area rather than their beds. Like, is there a way to do that? Can I make them want to come out here? Because I think they need skylight to do that. And they're not going to get that from here. Because if I remember correctly, way back, Etho had to do that. I was trying to build an underground village, but he had to do skylights so they would actually go anywhere. I know the kids will play. Like, you can do stuff to make the kids play. Yeah, I could block them off and keep them out there, but then there's no point in me even having the beds. I'd rather they go back. I should do recovery campfires, you're not wrong. I was more just talking to make it so they would go to bed at night. But yeah, the recovery campfires, I'll have them in the floors. Let's see. Do I have any campfires on me? I don't think I do. No, and I don't remember the recipe. Okay. 3 logs, 3 sticks, and some charcoal. Or coal. Doesn't matter. I got charcoal over here. Grab those. Go to old storage for my sticks. They should go between bed and workstation at dawn and dusk unless that's changed. So, so you're saying they should on their own go back out? If I were to give them both? So it's possible. Oh. Okay. Let's see. We'll make beds. There. Okay. I think giving using the lecterns and then probably armor standing around it to blend it in is going to be the smart move in order to get the lecterns to look good. Like, I'll hide the lecterns basically. They'll have their spots. I'll hide them. I was gonna recess this a bit, but I guess I'm gonna have to work with this as it is in its position, which is fine. But I do want to put beds back here. And I think in that same line, I'm gonna do there. That should block that off. I don't think they'll walk over. Yeah, they can't fit through that. So that's good. We'll do that one there. And that one there. Then they can't go out those. Can do that and that. And then we're just going to do 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, getting colors for that would be really nice. I think that would be the smart move for this, right? So when they're here, they're going to get the regen. The only thing is I don't like the sound. So that works, but I don't like the sound. So I want to go down. I just gotta think, because this is technically this is where my kitchen is, right? So this area will work down here for it. I don't know if this will reach them. This is the only thing. I don't know if it'll reach them if I put it there. Now the problem is honestly I think the beacon should be also giving them stats, but y'all, you're supposed to be out here working. Get to work. Get to work. Hey, Sam. Go work. Don't make me do a really mean idea I have to force you to work. Because I have a really mean idea to force you to work. And it involves zombies. Wait. Is this right? Yeah. One on the side, one on the side. But, like, I could put a silent zombie back here. Oh. That's a good idea. I'm still thinking of putting a zombie back here, though. Why did... Get out of the wall! Really? I didn't think 3 was enough. See, my concern is moments like that with the smoke. That smoke shouldn't be getting up here. I'm gonna have to adjust that as well. Yeah, probably. I'm just trying to think where the best spot to place this is. I mean, here, here, and here works. And then they won't get hurt when they're doing that. That's gone. I need to go back in the basement though. I'm gonna go back down here. Am I right below that? I am. But yeah, I don't know if they're getting a regen from this, but I'm hoping that'll stop the particle. Because I think the particle needs 2 blocks of space above it in order to not have any go through. Yeah, it's 2 blocks of space. So that'll stop that. Anyone want to tell me where my door went? Like, what? Where did that door go? I don't think they will go here. I think I'm safe like that. Well, I can travel there. I did? Okay. I don't remember chopping it. Okay, but there, we get this little section. And you're saying a bell will convince them to go that will be out there instead then? I'm gonna grab one of my stealth bells. Honestly, I like this remix. It just is a weird remix when playing Katamari. Not all day, but during gossip period, they'll congregate at the bell. I mean, that's something. Do, 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 do. So I could put it like right here. Set it up on their area. I could set it on... Honestly? I want it right on top of that. It won't let me place it there. Place it to the side, gives me an option. I think for now, while I don't know what to do, we'll place it there. They may not work with that one though. I think they may think the other side is... Yeah, this is my fear there. They're able to see it through the wall, so they're just awake. Yeah, that spot doesn't work. So I can place it. I want to place it on top of this, but that doesn't count as a solid surface for obvious reasons. That's the floor. The logic would be I create a piece here that I can set it on. I wanted to do this with... So the trick I was going to do make the counters look nice was I was going to use glass frames. I don't know if that'll work, but I want to try it. Or glass panes, not frames. So let's go over this way. And put expensive stuff between the beds and lecterns. Yeah, you're talking like put like magma blocks and stuff like that where they'd want to avoid it and they'll try to go wherever. Because like they try not to walk next to magma blocks, isn't it? I think magma blocks were like the safest one of the things that they hate. I'm trying to remember like random specifics. Okay, there's some glass that I wanted to test. We'll grab that. I don't think I have any magma blocks. Like, I don't think I've collected any at all. No. Well, I don't think Fuji will mind. We're gonna do this as a test, so I'm gonna run over to Fuji's. Boo 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 doo. Like, the door's gone! No, it's over here. That's tree-based and nature-based. Stones. Wait, that's... Okay. There. There's some blocks that cost more points to walk over than others are cheaper. Make the floors in front and back cheap, but something expensive between them, so less likely to cross between, except when their goal is specifically... Oh! So you're saying... Like, make ones they can walk on. But they're expensive. I didn't know there was ones that qualified as that. Shows how little walking you do, Bigby. So what I wanted to test first of all, and it probably won't work. I'm just going to do it over here. Can I place you on there? No. If I go there and there, will you let me? No. Okay, so I didn't think so, but oops. But I wanted to try. Gotcha. Yeah, I think the hard part here would be me placing this bell anywhere, actually. The only spot I've really got is, like, right there. And hitting the bell sends them to their bed, doesn't it? Which is kind of the opposite of what you'd want. Rather than summon them. I'm gonna grab that one and this one. I mainly had these here for wandering trader traps. There, you've got bells now. I've also left your doors open. Yeah, go to work. Okay, so I'm going to, on my phone really quick. I need villager block costs. Yeah, villager block costs. I'm assuming this is on the wiki for each thing. Spawning, curing, movement patterns. Ba 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 ba. Preferred path, okay. So, dirt paths cost 0. Cobblestone paths cost 1. Beds cost 50. They don't want to walk on beds. Lecterns, wait. I don't understand. Wait. Villagers favor pathways to reach a selected destination and try to stay in low-cost blocks. So they won't walk on a lectern. Oh! Wait. They don't want to walk on things like smithing tables or cauldrons or barrels or looms or stonecutters. So if they don't want to walk on those, I could just place those in the floor. Because they've already got a job. Like, if they've already got a job and I place those there, then they don't want to walk on them, right? So I could just make the floor there out of them. And then like, this whole back room, I could make the floor out of that. Oh, no, don't. So they'd only go back here to sleep, and then they would go back out. Ideally. I like the theory. I don't know how to make a smithing table. But I like the theory. Burn it. Oh, okay. Let's go storage. We're going to look this up. Yeah, it's just iron and planks. Hey, Shy! Happy to see you. We're streaming. Hello. My brain's not working, but I hope your stream went well. I need iron. We are doing a bit of a project right now. Let me grab a handful of this. It's a smaller project, but I'm trying to sort this out. But hello, Raiders. I hope you're doing well. Hope you had a fantastic stream. Let me go here. I need a bunch of smithing tables. Apparently. We're trying something. Also, raid shout out. Probably not gonna have any clips, but raid shout out. Boop. Yep. I appreciate you sending everybody over. We are trying to figure out, we're right now trying to figure out some villager madness. But hello, everybody. For those who don't know me, my name is Cameron JK. My pronouns are they, them. I'm a chill variety streamer focused on indie and interactive games you have probably never heard of. I also do Minecraft. Minecraft is also an interactive one for me. But we're dealing with these villagers right now, and I'm trying to keep them in this front room. And we are learning about block costs. And apparently they really don't like walking on job blocks. So in theory, I hate you. I hate you. I hate you so much right now. Like, the moment I did that, I am trying, though, anyway, to create a floor that they don't want to walk on, is the idea. Because apparently these, for them pathing-wise, walking on that is like walking on something with a cost of 50. So we do that. And then I go here and I put the door back. And then we go over here. And we do that one. Now, I'm not sure if this will work. So if I hit that bell, they run to bed. Yeah, they got a little lost. Now, where did you go? Because you're kind of stuck down here, aren't you? Why are you completely stuck? Can you not go out here? Can you not go here? There we go. No. You knew where to go. I don't know why you're happy. You knew where to go. You have to go through the middle and go up here. You're good. Why aren't you leaving the underground area? I'm gonna have to be annoyed, aren't I?
You're so cringe!
Thank you. Appreciate it. Ah! Thank you for the arrows. I hope you're doing alright, Shy, though. Thank you so much for coming by. I appreciate it a lot. I have to get these villagers back in their little corner. They're going to be butts about it. I should be able to do that. There we go. So the idea here, hopefully, if I've got this right, the idea is that they won't walk across that block. And if they won't walk across that block, they'll be up here. They went across it anyway. I don't know if that was because it's late and they were going to their bed. Is it late? It's not really late. Though I guess their job is over and they've now gone home. I don't know. Oh, hey, it did start raining. Okay, and then this one. There. There. Okay. The question becomes, what do they do when they wake up? And I'm just going to sleep here. I'm not allowed to sleep yet. I'm assuming they went there because it was late. Oh, actually, you know what? This is the perfect time. There we go. It becomes a very expensive floor, but the idea is I don't want them back here. So if the entire floor is expensive, they have nowhere to go other than their workstation when it is time to work. And then in here, I'd have to do a cheaper one, but I'd actually also like to get rid of that one. And that one. Really, if I can get them to just stay away from the back and keep them in this front row, I'd be very happy. So, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've only got 14 of these, so I'm counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right, like, if I can keep them from this area, I'll be happy. So let's see what happens when they wake up, right? Because if everything goes correctly, when they wake up, I'm hoping, as it does the fast forward, okay. Now they're awake. You don't want to be on this floor, but you need to get over here, right? Well, you opened the door. One of you went the wrong way, didn't you? No, you did go the correct way. I thought they went through the side door. So you're now over here, and you're going to stay on this side of the path, right? You're not walking towards the back. The other ones haven't figured out what they want to do yet. But that did work. I'm assuming they're having trouble with the door. Nope, see, they're still going there, though. So I don't know if that was luck. Like, I don't know if that was luck or not. It does seem like they don't want to stand on it. But they will go over there anyway. They also really don't want to, yeah. Like, they still will stand on it. That's not a bad idea, but I do gotta get the, I would have to time it right to get them on this side. I think the funnier method would be to put a zombie back there. Like, I really think putting a zombie back there would be a hilarious way to do it. Like, just entirely put a silenced zombie back in this area that maybe they can only see during the day. That'll just keep them from going this way and go, oh, But I would end up with these paths here that I don't want them taking as well. Now, this is one of those things. They avoid magma blocks. Do they avoid magma blocks they can't see? Like, could I put a well, I could hide, like, could I put, like, a magma block under the floor here? Because they don't even want to go adjacent to them, right? Unless they have to. So, like, if I break this one and go there and do that, and that, will that keep them away from the door? Because that's my thought. Like, if I do that, they don't want to go to the door now, right? In theory. And now I've sent them back here. Now, will they go back to their jobs? Okay, they made it past, and now will they come back on their own? And why aren't you going where you're supposed to be? Why aren't you going where you're supposed to be? Can redstone trigger bells? I think so, yeah. I think they might be having trouble with the, with these, actually. I'm not certain. Also, I think this being adjacent to there. Charlie did get borked. Charlie, why are you... Can I change, like, if I do a tribute, can I... What happened to you, Charlie? Oh, when he was downstairs and couldn't make it. Yeah. Charlie, you might be dying. You might die soon. Hey, Somya. Where'd bed 3 go? Who took my bed? I'm sorry, Charlie. How did I lose a bed, though? Where did this go? Is it downstairs? Like, there was a bed. I'm so confused. Yeah, no, that bed is gone. Okay, but if we go under the assumption, yeah. So they do try to stay out here, except for Charlie, was the issue we were having. So I'm gonna go here. It'll be annoying. I'm gonna take this bed. They can have my bed. But we need another one of our eggs. We're gonna go back down. Do 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 do. Because I'm mainly probably going to be hanging out in this building while I work on it, so I don't mind adding more beds. But yeah, I think they are staying here mostly. We put that there. Now, I don't know which one is available. Right? I don't know which one of those is available. Hey, Rye. I don't know which one's available. But, if I'm right and I go here... No! There we go. You're a librarian. Get in here. I gained a bed. I think I just had I had a missing one in my inventory. You know what? I'll add a fourth bed. There we go. So now, all of them should, in theory, go there. Hey, Fuji. Right, because they don't want to be on this. At least that's the understanding I have from the thing. They don't want to be on this. What is your name? Martha. Okay, so Martha. Martha, you seem... There we go. There's Martha. So you still went back there. And I don't think it's getting late in the day, so I'm a little bothered by that, but... Yeah, well, nope, the stars are coming out, so it is late, so it is time for them to close up shop, I guess. So Fuji, we're trying to deal with villagers. And we're trying to keep them working. The only thing I can think to do is, what if we do a villager back, or like if we do a zombie back here, right? That's back in their area. So we give them a zombie, right? This is also interesting. Like, I'm assuming that this wall is causing issues. There we go. They sleep at 6 p.m., so head that way at something like 5:30. Yeah. Don't push me! Okay, so they won't yeah, so that was messing up their pathfinding. Because they want to pathfind that way now, and I don't want them doing that. Yep. Where are you going? I mean, I guess you've ended up right back in. No! You good, Louis? Louis really wants up there. Louis, I swear to God. Life with Louis, everybody. Can't go that way now. Where are you gonna go? So you'll go out this way. I don't think the magma blocks are doing what I wanted. I put magma blocks in the floor to stop them from going to certain locations, and that's not working. However, interestingly, putting shelves there did work, right? Like, using the shelf to block their path actually did stop them. I thought this would have worked. Because I know they like to avoid those areas, but... But yeah, it said they don't like to walk on smithing tables, so I thought that would have worked. But yeah, that's not appearing to actually do what I wanted. I'm gonna have to look further into like what they'll walk on, because I have a feeling the guide is not actually that helpful. Scroll by again. Food units, willingness, bed requirements, baby villagers. Zombies might work really well, though. As a thing. Let's see. Trying to see if there's anything here that seems useful. Anything at all? We got anything? No? No. The only thing I can think... Apparently. Apparently they're deciding their destination is on the other side. I'm beginning to think it amounts to if you have a cheap path around the edge of the room, floor with expenses of to go the long way rather than the shortcut across the floor. Maybe. One of my thoughts, though, I'm going to make more of the smithing tables. I think part of it is if I put them along here, right? If I put smithing tables under that, just on these ones that aren't covered, they shouldn't be trying to do that, but they should be blocked. But I guess I don't know. I want to keep them off of this. This should work. Like, Martha came out. Martha came out fine. Like, my main option is just to lock them out here, but I do like the idea of them moving back and forth throughout the day, is the thing. Do they just, like, this is an odd possibility. Could the door be an issue of how I've got the door set up? Because the door doesn't technically have a wall there. No matter how I look at that, the door technically doesn't have a wall, but if I go to this side, the door has a wall. Oop, wrong way. Right, like now the door has a wall. No, I think that was the follow me. That was the staring mechanic. Now they're all out here. They're all just out here now. Why are we all just out here now? What changed? What? Why? Was it the door? You still went back, but you came back out. And then you came back out. Was it really the door position? I think it was the door position. Because now they're reading this as an interior. I think they were reading that as an exterior just because of the door. So now this is the inside of a room, so they want to be in here. Whereas when it's there, they want to be... or this could be completely locked, but they're not staying there. Yeah. I think that was it. I think they were viewing it as an interior versus an exterior. And just by flipping the door around, now they view this as an interior, which means it's a workplace rather than just an outside location. That's slightly annoying. Like, I'm glad it's working, but your deals are horrible. It's almost like I killed somebody here recently. But I'll need to change the floor back there and then make this something like lighter. And yeah, they're actually closing the door now too, which they weren't doing before. So yeah, that was my issue. Okay. Sure. I'm gonna wrap up stream though. We did a lot of work on this, just to show this again. We worked heavily on working on this building, getting all this sorted, getting a bunch of the walls in. We got a bunch of bookshelves in. We dealt with these villagers, which are being a butt. I don't know if they're getting healing from that or not. I may adjust the radius on those to make it a little more approachable for people, but we'll see. Campfires are an odd one. I think they're supposed... Pets get healing from campfires. I don't know if that's going to include villagers. Like, I don't know if they get regen from it or not. But I'm really pleased with all the amount of work we got done. We've got a lot of contour here. We've got our library started here. We've got a room up here that's going to have a dome for the ceiling. We've got a lot of space taken up by this, and I feel really good about it. Like, just overall, I feel really good with the overall shape of this building. It'll be really fun to work on. I think one of the main things I'm going to do, though, is I'm probably going to go here and make maybe, because this will be, like, the main, like, secret meeting room. I'll set a bedroom up over here, probably. In this little corner. I'll probably move myself to this area. We'll set up, like, the Adventurers Guild head up there. And then we'll slowly work on customizing this building. Because I do want to work on customizing certain buildings. But I am going to have to build up some of these just so that way the view makes more sense. But that'll be our next project. But I appreciate you all coming by. You have all been lovely and fantastic and amazing. And I appreciate you. However, I do need to kick you all out. So, I could send you a lot of ways. But I think I'm going to be lazy today. And I'm just going to send you over to my partner who is streaming. Because that seems like the easier option. So I'm going to send you over to Cleo, because I don't feel like looking. Thank you again, Shy, for the raid, and Will for the raid. Thank you again, Shy, for the bits as well. But yeah, I don't feel like hunting for people to raid, so I'm just going to send you over to my wonderful partner, who is probably playing Minecraft. It's been a bit since they've played Minecraft, so we'll find out. But I love and appreciate you all. I hope you have a fantastic one. Please take care of yourselves. Go be lovely. Go be wonderful. Go be excellent. And I will catch you all later tonight. That said, see ya. Love ya. Bye-bye.